Panthers, and welcome back. We hope you had a wonderful vacation. I'm Cadence Ritchie.
And I'm Kassidy Smith.
Let's dive straight into our upcoming events, starting with the North Country Middle School Music Festival that occurred May 15th. Additionally, 1st and 2nd grade are going to Squam Lakes next Tuesday, May 20th.
Kindergarten through 5th are going to the Franconia Notch together on May 23rd.
It's also a busy time for sports, starting with 4 games taking place next week, so make sure to stop by and support our Panthers.
Now that the upcoming events are wrapped up, let's jump right into past events.
Recently, the middle school had their Spring Fling dance. Here's Emily to give you the highlights.
Howdy y'all, my name is Emily Mitten. Today I'll be covering the middle school Western themed Spring Fling. I had the pleasure of interviewing middle school student council members Hannah and Ivy to talk about the dance itself along with the planning process. Now let's giddy up into the interviews.
Thank you so much, Hannah and Ivy, for joining me for this interview today about Middle School Spring Fling. I'd first like to ask you guys what made you decide to plan a dance?
Okay, so since it's spring, the Middle School Student Council likes to plan a Spring Fling dance every spring, so it's just kind of something that we've done for the past few years.
Nice. And then how did you guys come up with the Western theme for the dance?
When we started planning it, we first did our theme. And we picked 3 different themes, and then we voted on them, and Western got the most votes.
Oh, nice. And then what cool additions did you guys have at this dance, like for food or DJ?
Last time we didn't have a DJ, but because we haven't raised enough money for that. But this time we had raised enough money to get a DJ, so we had a DJ for this one.
Oh, that's nice. And then did you guys enjoy planning the dance?
Yeah, it was super fun.
That's great. What was your guys' favorite part about planning it?
Probably the setting up part, because since we're in student council, we get to set up the dance.
That's always fun.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, guys, for interviewing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to Hannah and Ivy for allowing me to interview you. I hope that everybody enjoyed learning about the rowdy Middle School Spring Fling. Yeehaw! Back to the hosts.
Thank you, Emily, for showing us how much fun the middle school had planning and going to the dance. Next, we have Evan giving us an inside look on the knitting club here at Lisbon.
What exactly is knitting club?
Knitting Club is an after-school club that meets once a week on Mondays in room 201, which used to be the room that I taught English in. And basically, we just get together and learn the basic stitches of both knitting and crocheting.
All right, thank you. Why did you start knitting club?
Well, it just kind of happened because at the beginning of the year, clubs were being formed, and I do know how to knit. I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but intermediate for sure. So I threw it out there as, hey, is anybody interested in learning the basics of knitting? And it was a pleasant surprise that a few of the students that I had when I was an English teacher were very interested in it, and they've been very committed and have shown up every Monday, and I bring some snacks. We do little projects that are easy to do within an hour, and we talk, and it's kind of a cool thing.
Was this the first year of knitting club? Or?
Yes, it was. So it's been trial by error, and I really just want to do it if the kids want to do it. I don't want to force anybody if they don't want to be in the club. And I will continue the club as long as there's people that are truly interested in it and want to keep going with it. And I've been lucky because this year, like I said, it's been great. And it's kind of interesting because there's been a resurgence in kind of back to the basics. And it's my understanding a lot of schools are establishing knitting and crocheting clubs. Especially since COVID. So it's kind of cool. And it's also a way to relax. If you do end up picking it up. It's a great way to, if you're stressed out or you want to unwind. Believe it or not, it actually is very therapeutic.
All right. Well, thank you for your time. This was very entertaining.
All right.
And have a good rest of your day.
You too. Thank you.
Great work, Eben, and thank you for all the insight.
The Little League baseball team played on the 13th. I asked a couple players some questions about the game. What did the team do in the last baseball game?
We did pretty good. Yeah, they kept throwing strikes on us. Yeah.
What was your favorite part about the last baseball game?
Probably hitting. Yeah, probably him hitting.
Thank you, Cooper and Liam, for letting me interview you. Back to the host.
Great work, teams. Now we go to Braden for the last story of the broadcast on the 4th grade trip to Belknap Mills.
On May 8th, the 4th graders went to Laconia to visit the Belknap Mills.
Belknap Mills was built in 1823. It's the nation's oldest unchanged brick textile mill. The students were able to see how the mill was able to use water power to run the weaving machines. The students were also able to see how they made electricity. Students learned about the different jobs that were held in the mill, and they learned about real people and their stories of working there. They learned a lot and had a blast learning about it.
The 4th graders have been very busy with many trips this spring. Now back to Cadence and Kassidy.
Thank you so much, Braden, for the great work with your piece. That wraps up this week's broadcast. We hope you enjoyed and have a great rest of your day.
And don't forget to like and subscribe for all things Panther related.